Welcome to the Game Sense Football Podcast. My name is Ewan, and with me is Nas.
Hello.
And in today's episode, we review Euro 2024 thus far after 2 rounds of games. We'll be comparing them to our lousy predictions from the earlier episode, as well as maybe make more bad predictions now that the scenarios are a little different. And of course, I have to say this: do subscribe if you love the content, or simply drop us a like if you so please. Really means a lot to us. And we're also on Instagram, so do follow us there, or email us so we can be pen pals. Pen pals.
That's a term I haven't heard in a while.
Exactly. So Nas, we start as we always do, and we have no guest with us, with a question for you.
Go on.
So since we're on the Euros, I'd like to know, what's your favorite European cuisine?
Favorite European cuisine? Probably Italian. Pasta, pizza, various forms. Saying that the pizza I like is just plain cheese. But yeah, probably Italian, I think.
Italian, okay. How about English cuisine? Famous for having bad food, apparently.
The joke is English cuisine. English food is bad if it's prepared correctly, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, like beans on toast or whatever. I don't like beans, so English cuisine not really up my alley. Though the last time I went to London, we had some very, very good food. Not necessarily British English food, but yeah, there are good restaurants there.
Do you like pie?
This can go many ways. Not really a fan of pie. Like a dessert chocolate ice creamy pie. I like a scallop pie. Yes.
Okay. How about humble pie? We'll be probably talking about that a little bit today.
I think we'll be eating a lot of humble pie today.
Right. So the results so far. Any surprises in your books, Nas? The most memorable result so far?
Most memorable result so far is probably England, really. England, Denmark. Not so much that they drew, but just the manner of which the game played out, how bad England were. And even then, after England's first game, I'm not even sure that was a surprise. This seems like a broken record, but every major tournament, people hype up in England a lot. And this year, especially, they was very, very strong favorites, first or second in most people's reckoning, especially among the bookmakers. They look very far from top 2.
I think that first game was still okay. I would say maybe they were just warming up a little bit in the tournament. But the game against Denmark, they were quite bad actually. They took the lead through a little bit of a brilliant effort from Kyle Walker to set up the goal. Slightly fortunate, have gotten the ball to Harry Kane, but after that they set back. Right, they set back after taking the lead, and from there Denmark just like dominated. I mean, if it were against a team with better quality, then Denmark, I think England would have been punished real bad.
Yeah. I guess we'll go through England more in depth later when we get to their group. But do you have a surprise or shock so far?
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised at how bad Croatia has been.
Oh yeah. Bottom of the group, right?
Exactly. I mean, even if they were expected to have lost to Spain in the opening game, but they were hammered, right?
Yeah.
And against Albania, also struggled.
Yeah.
So I think this is the time where we've seen really the best of Croatia having came and gone.
Yeah. I feel maybe we'll probably say the same about Belgium as well. But again, when we get to that group, we'll talk about that.
Exactly. Right. So on to Group A.
Group A,
I suppose.
Yeah. So Germany have already qualified, though it hasn't been confirmed in what position they qualify.
Yeah.
And I think it's safe to say the hosts are one of the maybe 2 most impressive teams so far.
Yeah, they've been good. I think home ground advantage helps, that's for sure. But there's something that about the Germans having to pick up the form at the right time, I suppose. Like we mentioned previously, they were actually quite low down in the FIFA rankings. But I think they've done very well. They've got one last game against Switzerland. I think that would be a nice one, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, Switzerland still has a fighting chance for top spot. So I think that's something that it's not really a game where it's just a formality. So should be exciting.
We mentioned Florian Wirtz maybe being the breakout star of this group, if not this tournament. He scored in the first game, been good, but I think Jamal Musiala has been amazing.
Yeah, Jamal Musiala, former Chelsea man, right?
Yeah, the kid that Chelsea let go for less than £200,000.
I mean, that was a long time ago.
It
That
was a
was a
long
long
time
time
ago.
ago.
And I mean, he was even at Fulham before that when he was like 11 years old. But yeah, Musiala has been very, very good, incisive, decisive. But Tony Cruz in his like farewell tour has been very,
Yep.
very good.
Everything goes through him.
Everything goes through.
And it's also interesting that Germany plays with no true striker.
Mm.
That's interesting to see. Kai Havertz leading the front line. Not really a striker kind of guy.
But and also they're playing Switzerland, right?
Mm.
And Shaqiri scored the other day. Sheridan
Mm-hmm.
Shaqiri has become the only European player to score in each of the last 6 major international tournaments, World Cups and Euros.
Wow.
So he scored in the 2014 World Cup until now, every tournament. Like
Wow.
if you're like, a very, very, very casual football fan and you only watch major tournaments, you think Shaqiri might be the best player in the world.
I mean, that's true, I guess. I mean, you would also say the same if you only watched international games, and you would think that Lucas Podolski is the best striker in the world, or winger,
Yeah, yes,
attacker, whatever.
correct. But Shaqiri has done this which Podolski himself hasn't. So we did predict that Germany would do well. I don't think we predicted Germany would do this well and
Mm-hmm.
this like be this impressive. Is Julian Nagelsmann the best manager at the Euros?
I mean, he has a shout, that's for
Hmm.
sure. But that's it, right? His opposition has been Scotland and Hungary, so
Yeah.
we'll have to see how he does against Switzerland.
Hmm.
Yeah, Switzerland would definitely test them, but that's it. Definitely, he's in with a shout to progress far and be maybe the manager of the tournament. Who
Yep.
knows?
Yep. We did say Scotland would flop. I personally, I think I had hoped that Hungary would go through. They're currently
Yeah,
bottom of the group. They can still go through third. There's a small, small, small chance. Yeah.
there is.
Yeah.
They have to get a result against Scotland, which is
Very
definitely
possible.
possible.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible. But the things about these third place results is you have to really depend on other groups as well.
Yes, exactly. So Hungary could do really well and still not, it might not be enough.
Exactly. I predicted Switzerland to go in
Mm-hmm.
together with Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So yay me.
Yeah, you.
Shall we go on to Group B?
Let's go.
So for Group B, Spain. Spain's top of Group B right now. Italy currently sitting in second place.
Yep.
I think Spain has been fabulous. I mean, they
So good.
dominated Italy, completely dominated Italy.
Mm.
Not sure how they only won 1-0. But definitely Spain last games against Albania, they've
Yeah.
already played the two supposedly more difficult opposition in this
Mm-hmm.
group. So Albania should be a bit of a stroll in the park.
Yep. Though Albania again could still progress as well. So Spain have already qualified, and like you said, they dominated
Mm-hmm.
Italy. They've so dominant against Croatia in the first game. Spain, I saw the other day, Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams on the wings.
Mm-hmm.
They're the two most dribbly players at the Euros. The most dribbles at the Euros are from Spain,
Ah,
from these two players. They're two wingers here.
interesting.
Mm,
Interesting. Even better than Jeremy Doku
yep. Better than
and
Musiala.
Musiala.
Yep. Yeah, Lamine Yamal, he's like, what, 16 years old? He's something like just waiting for his O-level results or something like that. And Nico Williams is the brother of Inaki Williams at
Yes.
Bilbao. Yeah, I really like Inaki Williams. I don't really know much about Nico, but in the last couple of years, he's burst onto the scene almost literally, just quick running, dribbly winger. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
in a way,
Exactly.
very not Spanish, but it's worked for them.
Well, let's hope he continues his fine form. I think it will be a treat for the neutral fans.
Hmm. Can I point out as well that so Spain beat Italy, as you mentioned, only 1-0, even though they
Mm-hmm.
dominated, and it came from own goal from Ricardo
Yes.
Calafiori, who I
Yes.
predicted to be the breakout star, one of the breakout stars of the tournament. I do think that they might have the breakout star of the group. There's a defender called Calafiori.
Well, it's breaking out in the wrong way, man.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, not really much he could do. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But own goal, I think you mentioned the other day, own goal is the top scorer of this tournament so
Yes,
far.
there have been 6 own goals at the tournament so far. So own goal is currently top scorer. So far, no one has scored 2 own goals, but yeah, OG is top.
Yes, yes, yes.
We both, I think, said Italy might do badly, and they're currently second. Italy play Croatia in the last game. They're not
Uh,
safe. Yeah.
they are not safe. In fact, this is an interesting group because
Mm,
um, Spain is on 6 points, Italy's on three, Albania and Croatia both on one.
hmm
And if Albania gets a good result against Spain, they'll be on four.
hmm
Croatia beat Italy, they'll be on four as well. So it's
And
gonna
Italy
be,
got,
and yeah, it's gonna be Italy with 3 points in last place. So
yes.
it's gonna be interesting. Italy haven't been that impressive, if you ask me.
Yeah.
The first win against Albania, they had to come from behind.
Very early goal.
Yes, yes, correct. And against Spain, they had no chance.
Yeah, no
No chance at
chance.
all. So they're going to play a Croatia who has been poor.
hmm
So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what struck me today is I totally forgot that Italy are defending champions. That's how poor they've been, how unremarkable they've been.
Uh,
Yeah.
and we just spoke about it like
Yeah.
last week, in
We,
fact.
we, we've been speaking about it for 2 weeks, and yeah, I hope that says more about Italy than it says something about us.
It's Italy. They don't have a very memorable squad on paper at the moment as well. So we'll see. I hope they go through, but I think they won't.
If I had to make a prediction now, I think Italy will actually go through, but only because they draw with Croatia, and that will be enough to keep them above Albania.
Yes, correct. On to Group C now.
Mm.
England.
England,
England.
England,
Ah,
England.
England. They're top.
That's top.
Uh, they're on 4 points. Like we said, 4 points would mean that even in third place, you can still go through. So they're definitely going through, I would
Yeah,
say. But the football has been so bad.
so bad, so bad. So much talk has been about how England have the best or one of the best squads in the tournament. But when we did our preview, we did say that they have a few issues,
Mhm.
namely left back, center midfield, and generally what the hell is their best starting 11. And I think those 3 questions all haven't really been answered to any degree of competency by Gareth Southgate, or maybe even the players themselves. So
Mm.
Kieran Trippier has played left back in both games. Phil Foden has been on the left wing. We've seen Declan Rice, Bellingham,
Trent.
and Trent. Yes, oh my God, Trent in midfield, and Trent in midfield.
So I mean that's a debate, that can last a long
Long
session,
time. Yep.
right? People have been calling for him to go into midfield
Mm,
because of his obvious competencies with his passing
mm.
and I guess vision as well. But it seems like he's not really good in positioning himself in midfield.
I had a discussion with a friend the other day, and he tried to make the comparison between Trent and Xabi Alonso, saying that if Xabi Alonso was such an amazing midfielder, and no one doubts that, and why can't Trent do the same in the same position with his passing range?
Mm,
My view is that yes, they both have amazing passing, but Trent's passing, he has his long passing is brilliant, maybe best in the world. But that long ball, that long driven, hyper accurate diagonal ball from the right to the left flank or the left channel, that's not a ball you can play from center midfield because you just don't, you can't.
yeah, the angles are wrong.
The
The
angles
angles
are,
are
yeah.
different. Yeah.
So to me, in my opinion, you take that away from Trent. And you could say if he can pass far, he can pass a medium distance as well. That doesn't always work that way. You know, people used to say the same about Veron at United, how his long range passing was amazing, but his short to medium was poor. And like you said, his
Mm-hmm.
positioning, he's defensively bad. People know that already. That's worse, and that's more exposed in center midfield.
Yeah.
He he's
Agreed.
bad under
Agreed.
pressure, and the worst thing is that to me, so during our preview, I said that Declan Rice might flop for England. I have a feeling Declan Rice is going to flop. For England, he plays a different sort of role.
You did, yes.
I think that's a very controversial take. And to be fair, I don't think he's flopped, but he's not looked good. And I blame Trent because Declan Rice is not the guy like Frankie de Jong or Busquets or Rodri who can receive the ball, turn and start to play. Even for Arsenal, the last half of the season, Jorginho played there and Declan Rice was further up. So when Trent is there, that has the negative impact cascades throughout the whole midfield.
So Declan Rice actually, as an individual, he put up really good stats against Denmark. I was looking at it. 100% dribbles completed, 100% tackles won, 91% passing accuracy.
Yep.
But yet, as someone in the not as an individual, but as a team, it still really didn't amount to much.
Yes. So exactly, like he's really good at getting the ball and driving the ball up the field. He's not good at being the one receiving the ball on the turn. And that's the midfielder England needs. And that's why so many people are clamoring for Kobe Mainoo to start. I'm not sure if that's the answer because there's still many other issues. Plugging in Kobe Mainoo in place of Trent isn't going to fix all the problems. You still have the issue on the left wing where Trippier cannot keep his width and Foden
refuses to stay on the left.
Yeah,
he drifts to the middle all the time.
All the time. And that's not a bad thing if your left back stays wide. But that combination doesn't work. Then
it didn't look like it worked.
Nothing
plus,
works.
Trippier is a brilliant fullback or wing back, but him on the left is 100% predictable, right? He's not even gonna like pretend that he's gonna do one with his left foot.
Yeah,
he's not.
Yeah,
he's absolutely not.
Yeah,
and the opposition know it.
There was someone in one of the major British papers suggested that Saka should play left back because he used to play there when he was much younger and he's left-footed. Personally, I think that's a stupid suggestion, but I don't know what the answer is, honestly. I mean, why did he call up Luke Shaw when he can't play?
It's a Southgate thing, man. I mean, what's Southgate doing? Unfortunately, he's doing his best. Oh God.
Yeah. Southgate also recently mentioned that people asked why are England so standoffish? Why aren't they pressing? Why aren't they intense? And he said that the players aren't fit enough.
Oh man, I mean, so that's his job.
Yeah.
To get him fit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he mentioned something about how England does not have a replacement for Calvin Phillips.
Calvin Phillips, yes.
Then why don't you call someone up who could maybe fulfill that role or maybe change the tactics to do something about it? It's his job.
I would argue that in Kobe Mainoo and Adam Wharton, they do have somebody that's like Calvin Phillips.
Yeah.
Even Cole Palmer isn't going to be the best at center midfield, but he'll be better than Trent.
Cole Palmer is just a bag full of raw talent. He can just play anywhere. He can play anywhere in midfield and attack, right? So he's been underused. It's not great. It's not a good look for England, but they'll go through.
Can I also mention that we spoke about how this group would have Rasmus Højlund, Alexander Mitrovic, and Benjamin Sesko, none of whom have scored.
But Harry Kane has scored.
Yeah, Harry Kane has, but the other three have not.
Yeah. But one damning statistic that I've seen so far is across the Euros since the opening game rather. So the lowest XG created was by Scotland, 0.79.
Okay.
And followed by England at 1.44 expected goals in 2 games.
Oh, this is in 2 games.
Yes, in 2 games.
Okay.
And they've gotten 2 goals, right? From a 1.44 XG stat, but basically they're second lowest. So that's how bad they've been.
So England are lower than Georgia, lower than Albania, lower than Romania.
Lower than all of them, except Scotland, the British teams.
Oh, yeah, and this is England, the new golden generation 2.0. But like you said, they'll still probably go through, but if they continue like this, imagine they go up against Spain or Germany. No chance.
No chance. No
No
chance.
chance.
Southgate will be outthought. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who'll go through? Denmark, you think, for sure?
I hope they're not go through just because I want to see
Yeah.
Rasmus Højlund do well. And, Christian Eriksen scored the
I
other
want to
day.
see Christian Eriksen do well, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice story. Nice guy. Good player.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll
And I
see.
mean, if England are not using Man United players, Denmark are. So there's that.
Yeah, yeah. Denmark will be playing Serbia, who
Mm.
threatened to quit the Euros
Yes.
because of Balkan politics, right?
Balkan
So
politics. Yeah. Oh, that's a
yeah,
whole can of worms there.
yeah, let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. And England plays
Um,
Slovenia, right?
England plays Slovenia, yeah.
Everybody basically has their own fate in their hands.
Yeah,
It's all to play for you. Basically,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
win, you go through. Full stop.
And on to Group D.
Group D.
Netherlands, France, Austria, Poland in that order right now.
Mm.
So Netherlands and France level on 4 points,
Yep.
having drew with each other in the last
Mm.
game. I think France looked not so good without rather Mbappe
Mm.
and
A lot less dangerous. No
yeah,
cutting edge.
yeah, no killer instinct. But I did predict that they would go through, and
Mm-hmm.
wow, I mean it's close. They're on 4 points. Austria in third, they have 3 points. But at the very least, I think France will go through in third place, and I think N'Golo Kante has been the biggest surprise actually for me in the France team.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Man of
mean,
the match in both of the games so far.
Kante, I didn't even think he would start. To me, it was a surprise he was called up, but
Yeah.
I didn't think he would start considering they have Chouameni and Camavinga and Griezmann usually plays sort of in midfield for France. But
Yep.
he's been so good. So I saw something today. The last 17 games at major tournaments that Kante has played for France, unbeaten.
Unbeaten.
17
Unbeaten.
games in
17
Euros and
games.
World Cup. Yep.
The guy
Yeah.
deserves a Ballon d'Or, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Leicester basically won the league, because of him, largely because of him as well.
And then he went to Chelsea and did the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing.
Yeah. The other surprise for me for France is we spoke about how for the last couple of years, Deschamps has persisted in using Konate and Upamecano at centre
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
And Saliba, even after a brilliant season at Arsenal, didn't play
Mm-hmm.
much in the qualifiers. And we thought that one of those players would get found out because they've not had good seasons. But Saliba has actually started, so that's been quite a surprise, but good for France. But so they've been fairly solid defensively, maybe
Yes,
a bit lucky against Netherlands. But yeah, in Saliba and Kante, surprising that they both started. They both played very well.
agreed. I think it's good that Saliba finally got his reward after being
Mm,
ignored for so long. And the Netherlands, they almost snagged the win,
mm.
but I think the goal was correctly ruled out for offside on Dumfries.
Yeah, it's harsh but correct.
Yeah, he was a little bit too close.
So the nil-nil that day was the first nil-nil in the Euros since 2020, England versus Scotland. The two lowest XG now. But
Aha,
it's been 50 games
that
since there was a
explains it. That
nil-nil at the
explains
Euros.
it.
Yeah,
50 games since
50 games.
a nil-nil result. Wow.
But yeah, we both said that we could see Netherlands and France both struggle but go through. And
Mm.
they're still first and second in this group, but they're assured of top three at least, both of them. It's just a case of how high they finish in the top three, but Holland and France both already have 4 points, but so they're basically assured of going through.
Yeah, but of course, don't look past Austria. Austria
Mm,
had a good win last round as well against Poland. Poland most definitely, I would say, are not going to go through. But
hmm
Austria, Ralf Rangnick, Austria.
mm,
I think he's kind of redeeming himself right there.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
first by leading them to the tournament in the first place. and now actually not looking like a pushover as well. Being
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I mean, see how Austria have bought in so quickly. I mean, again, we all know how national team managers don't get a lot of time with the team.
Yep.
Makes you question why United couldn't do it. But yeah,
Yeah.
uh, but you said you can't look past Austria, and you're right. But we can look past Poland, who are totally eliminated, and said that Lewandowski might be a flop.
Robert Lewandowski is still playing.
He might finish with 0 goals even against Austria. He's not fit. He missed the
Yeah,
first game,
he
right?
was injured. Yeah.
But yeah, I said he might not even score against Austria, and that was true. So yay me.
Yay, you. Indeed.
Hmm.
Group E. Group E is next. And this is interesting.
Mm.
Romania, Belgium, Slovakia, and Ukraine are all on 3 points.
All on 3 points. That's the first time that's ever happened going into game three.
All first time.
First time that's ever happened.
Interesting. So I
Mm.
did predict that second place would be highly competed for, or even third place rather. Second and
Yeah.
third actually would be
Yep.
there'll be strong competition for it. However, I didn't expect it to be strong competition between all four teams.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I thought Belgium would comfortably be leading at least,
Mm.
but lo and behold, here we are. They did very badly against
Hmm.
Slovakia.
Slovakia. Yep.
Yeah, Slovakia,
Lost to
correct.
Slovakia.
Yeah, so I don't know. What do you think about the current Belgium team? Are they simply wasteful, or is it something that Tedesco isn't very good at, or is Roberto Martinez better than we think?
I think the Belgium team wasteful might be right, but it's also a waste in that for such a long time. I mean, aside from England, this Belgian team was the one they said was golden generation.
Mm-hmm.
This was maybe 1 or 2 tournaments ago when you had Hazard, when you had Axel Witsel. I mean, you still Axel Witsel is still there, but when everyone else was much younger, when Vertonghen and Vermaelen were 6 years younger,
Yep.
didn't
Um,
achieve anything. Didn't achieve anything. So much has been expected of this group of players, and so few of them have delivered on the international stage. Lukaku consistently does really, really, really well in qualifying. He was
mm-hmm.
top scorer at Euro qualifying. He's had a few disallowed goals now in the Euros,
Yep.
and I just don't know what's the best like configuration to get the best out of this Belgium team, because they have quite a number of good players, but it's difficult to form a good team out of who they have.
One other thing I think that some people are saying is they haven't had a world-class manager to really
Yes.
manage the talents here. Kind of like the Southgate problem that England has right now.
Mm,
Yeah, do you agree with that?
I do. I mean, Roberto Martinez, he is a very attack-minded manager. That doesn't mean he is good at making his team attack. Those are two very different things.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen that at Wigan, at Everton, and now at Belgium. So if he's had teams at very, very different levels of ability, and none of them have really achieved much.
Yep, yep.
And Domenico Tedesco, I can't really say much about him. He's inherited a squad that's not as good as Martinez as the one that Martinez had, but he should be doing a lot better than this.
I would think so. Well, they did beat Romania 2-0.
Mm,
Personally, I thought Romania would have done a better job holding them back.
mm, yeah.
Yep.
You had predicted that Kevin De Bruyne might be the flop of the group. He scored the other day.
Yeah, it's
It's
man of the match, I
not been
believe.
amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. He hasn't been amazing.
Mm.
He hasn't been doing much. So we'll see. They have the last game against Ukraine.
Ukraine,
Yep.
who scores a lot of late goals. So yeah.
I mean, Ukraine has fighting spirit, right? They've
Mm.
the whole uh, the war going on. They have a reason to fight. They have
Yeah.
a reason to come together and to show the world
Yes.
what they're made of. Kind of thing. So I wouldn't discount Ukraine at all.
Yeah. going back to our early predictions, I had thought that Belgium and Ukraine would go through, but that's actually impossible for both of them to go through now.
Yeah, now that they're playing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Belgium would be a shoe-in, but I
Mm.
guess I guess not. And now, I think yeah, it's interesting if a smaller team actually gets through, so makes things more interesting in the knockout rounds. Not the same guys all over again. Yeah, so I don't know. It's so hard to call this right now, but
Anybody could go through in this. Like literally, like, obviously they're all tied on 3 points, but
yeah,
everything is on a knife edge. Belgium could be amazing, could be crap. Ukraine, on paper, they don't match up to Belgium, but they have that fighting spirit.
yes,
Romania and Slovakia, quite evenly matched, I think. So who knows? It could really go anywhere.
yeah. But if I were to call it, I'll go with
Mm.
Ukraine, Romania, and maybe Belgium third.
So you think Ukraine and Romania will win their games?
Imagine if both games are drawn as well. I mean, there'll be goal difference, right? And
Yeah, if both games are draws, then I guess the standings don't change. Then Romania and Belgium go through.
yeah, yep, yep. And on to the last group,
Group
Group
F.
F, and we see Portugal right on top, 2 wins out
Mm-hmm.
of two. They are definitely going through.
Yes.
Turkey, second. Turkey, really good young squad actually, I must say. Czech Republic and Georgia, third and fourth on 1 point each.
Yes.
Portugal first. That's almost certain. To play Georgia last, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah,
So Portugal have qualified. They still could finish second, but it would take basically a 5 goal swing. Unlikely. They'll probably finish top. But Portugal, have they been good, do you think?
I so in the first game,
Mm,
they needed a late goal to win. I
mm,
think even the first goal was relatively late in the game,
yep.
but the winner was in injury time, right? So that
Mm-hmm.
was late. I felt that they could have done better with that kind of attacking lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I think the same question is on everybody's lips. Does CR7 being in the team, in the starting team, make them better or worse?
We were speaking about this in the previous episode, and we said Ronaldo might be a flop.
Cristiano Ronaldo is the other player from the Saudi League being called up. Personally, I think he will be the biggest flop in this group.
He still hasn't scored in 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
He did get an assist the other day, though. So that actually puts him top for recorded assists in Euro history with
7, right?
7.
7,
Yeah.
yes. I saw that.
Do you know who he was tied with at 6 before that?
I know because I read it. Karol Poborski.
Karel Poborski, your favorite. But yeah, but still no goals. And in one of our WhatsApp groups, somebody said that Portugal have no cutting edge without Ronaldo. And I pointed out, no, Ronaldo is playing. So they have no cutting edge with Ronaldo. And the guy was like, oh, I didn't know Ronaldo was playing, which I guess says a lot.
It says a lot. It says a lot. I mean, Ronaldo being an influence in the team, I can see that.
Mm,
But being someone on the pitch has seemed less and less effective with each tournament we've watched, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's played, and Ramos and João Felix have not had a single minute, I think.
Yeah. But I think they will get their chance against Georgia.
Mm, I think so.
Yeah. And maybe we can see what Portugal's really made of, if they rest CR7 against
Yeah.
Georgia, which I think they would.
Yeah. I think they will also be missing Rafael Leao. He's suspended because he's been booked for diving in both games
Yeah,
so
but
far.
actually he hasn't been fantastic in the Euros
Yeah,
thus far,
he's
right? In
been
both
he's
games.
been okay. He's been okay. Not shit, but not outstanding. I
Mm,
had tipped him as being one of the stars,
yeah.
and now he's notable for being the first player in history to get booked twice for diving in the Euros. So, not very,
Shame,
not something.
shame,
Yeah,
shame.
that's not a footnote you want. So Bruno Fernandes scored the other day against Turkey. In his last 23 games for Portugal, he's had 28 goal involvements.
Huh. Wow.
That's 15 goals and 13 assists in the last 23 games.
Oh,
That's quite
sick.
something. Yeah.
But I think, I mean, coming from Bruno, it's not so surprising. He does that
Yes.
at club level
Yeah.
as well, right? So
But more than one a game, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just, still on Portugal, the other goal, well, one of the other goals, that own
The
goal.
own goal. Ah,
We did mention own goal being top scorer at the Euros that day just now, but oh, the
yep.
Turkey own goal against Portugal. If you haven't seen it, please see it. Please watch it. It is one of the best own goals I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's incredible. I don't think us describing it here would do it any justice.
But for rest of the group, Patrick Schick scored the other day, so you pointed out good showing, another good showing for another Leverkusen player.
Another Leverkusen player, yes,
Mm.
doing well. Patrick Schick is actually the top scorer in the Euros if you count last tournament plus this tournament together so far.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, 6 goals.
He has the second best goals per game ratio in Euros history,
History.
behind only Platini. He's got 0.86 goals per game at the Euros.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Patrick Schick,
Leverkusen.
not even first choice Leverkusen striker, by the way.
That's an incredible stat. Yes.
Yeah. And Czech played Turkey in the final group game, literally the last game of the group stage. And they have every chance of going through if they get a result against Turkey. The Czech and Georgia are both on 1 point, Turkey on three, Portugal on six. Like we said, Portugal are definitely through. So Czech play Turkey. If they beat Turkey, they through. They go through. If they draw, they don't go through. Simple as that.
Yep. Yep. So I predicted that the Czechs would go through. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping they do.
Yeah.
Turkey,
Sorry.
yes.
Czech could. There's a reality where Czech Republic beat Turkey and still don't go through if Georgia smash Portugal, which unlikely.
Smash Portugal. Don't think that's gonna happen.
Unlikely. Yeah.
Yeah, but Czech Republic against Turkey. Turkey, Arda Güler has been.
Mm.
I mean, he only played 1 game, but what a game, right?
What a game. Yeah. He was very good
Did
that
you see
game.
his goal?
What a goal. There's been a lot of long range goals this tournament so far, and only after two match days. But yeah, Arda Güler at Real Madrid, another young Real Madrid
Real
midfielder.
Madrid substitute.
Another tight group, I think. What's your prediction?
To join Portugal, I would
Hmm.
say Czech Republic and Turkey both. I mean Turkey. Well, no, if they lose, it'll be 3 points, right? So
Yes.
Czech Republic to finish second, I would say.
Okay, and Turkey will stay on 3 points, but
Yeah,
that would mean Turkey's goal difference is already negative. So that would mean Turkey's goal difference go even deeper into negative, which might be interesting.
I mean, two third place teams have to be knocked out after all. There's so little though, So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I would say most likely your Group A team, Scotland and Hungary, probably won't go through.
Yes. Currently, as it stands, after only two games, the Group A has the worst third place team. I think you definitely need at least 3 points to go through it. Like as it stands now, after two games, there already are two third place teams with 3 points.
Yeah.
Austria and Slovakia in Group D and Group E.
Yes.
So you would think that after another round of games, you need at least 3 points to go through. And we did mention there's already a couple of groups where they have there are teams with 3 points. So
Yes, exactly. And I mean, we did play out a few scenarios where, third place teams would have 4 points, but um, I would say highly unlikely that they will
mm,
all happen, of course. I
yeah.
mean, since we are so
I
bad
mean,
at
I
predicting all
think there
this.
might be maybe one third place team with 4 points, but you definitely need three to go through, I think.
Yep, yep, yep. So let's see how it goes from here.
You predicted Harry Kane top scorer. Are you still
Yeah.
sticking by that?
No.
Who's your new top scorer?
Interesting, huh? Apart from own
Yeah,
goal, yeah.
yeah. Apart from a goal, I mean, Harry Kane is. I mean, England is poor. Lewandowski is out. We predicted he would flop anyway. Lukaku, we predicted he would flop. He also hasn't scored. Mbappe has his broken nose.
Your Sescos, your
Yeah. So
Brobies all haven't been doing anything.
yeah, is it going to be Musiala?
Musiala might have a good shout at it, actually. So
Mm,
I was gonna go with like one of those German
mm.
frontline people. So could be Musiala, could be Kai Havertz even. Yeah.
Musiala is currently tied for first, but saying that it's 2 goals.
Yeah, yeah.
Scott McTominay has 1 goal, you know.
Oh, well, Harry Kane has 1 goal, you know. Harry
Yeah,
Kane could still
yeah.
do it.
I would like to see someone from not one of the major teams, you know, like Erasmus Højlund. I would love to see Erasmus Højlund be top scorer.
He's not gonna he's not gonna be top scorer, I would think, you know. So far in all his games, he's been crowded out a lot,
Yes.
and isolated a lot.
Mm.
But that gives a lot of space to his track partner as well.
His teammates, yeah.
Vin,
Yeah.
yeah, who's been quite good actually beside him. So I don't think Rasmus Højlund is gonna be top scorer,
I think
unfortunately.
it might be someone from Portugal,
You think?
but not Ronaldo.
Like Bruno, perhaps.
It could be. I mean, like I said, like we said, we are 2 games in now. There's
Mm-hmm.
1 game left in the group stage, and a number of teams are going to be eliminated in less than a week, right?
Yep.
And till this point, top scorer is on 2 goals, and so you could be top scorer with 4. So it's very easy for someone like a Bruno to get to 4 goals.
That's true. Maybe Wout Weghorst.
Maybe Wout Weghorst. I mean, Wout Weghorst, Xherdan Shaqiri, Cody Gakpo,
Marco Arnautovic scored the other day, right?
Marko Arnautovic. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So who knows?
Yeah. Who
Luka
knows?
Jovic. I mean, could be Morata.
Oh yeah, Luka Jovic scored a late goal the other day.
Yeah, very much in the balance.
Ah,
Only
I
3 teams have 100% confirmed qualify so
mm-hmm.
far, but there've been a
Mm-hmm.
few like we've gone through a few other teams, all but mathematically certain to go through.
And to be honest, so many teams go through.
Yeah, too
I
many
hate
teams. We
this
we
format.
did go through this. Yeah, yeah. Less than half of the teams are going to be eliminated. So, uh, in a way, not a lot of peril, not a lot of jeopardy.
Not not a lot, it seems. And so that wraps up our review for the 2 games so far in the group stages of Euro 2024. There's still one more round of
Mm.
games to go. Hope that will be exciting enough to keep you up at night. From here, where we are in Southeast Asia, games will be played at 3 a.m.
Oh,
Man,
that's so late or early, I guess. But
torturous.
yeah.
Torturous.
Shout out to
Uh,
our listeners in the Middle East and in North America. Those timings not too relevant to you, but yeah.
yeah, exactly. So yes, shout out to our fans and listeners. Do we have fans? Do you think we have fans? I
Yeah,
don't know. We have.
I think we have fans. Yeah,
Yep.
definitely have
No,
fans.
yeah. So anyway, shout out to our fans and listeners who are not in Southeast Asia, who maybe can enjoy the games for Euro 2024 with better timings.
Mm.
Right now, Nas, we have listener questions, don't we? Or rather, a listener question.
Yes. Well, to be fair, we have quite a few, but we've highlighted one from Amin. And Amin is asking, why are the jerseys this year so boring? I guess he's referring to the Euros.
So why are the Euro jerseys so boring? I don't
Yeah.
know.
A lot of the Adidas kits are basically the same design, just recolored. Like you look at uh France and Spain and Germany. It is literally the same design, just a different
Mhm.
color.
Yeah, so why are they so boring? I don't know. When
I'm
jerseys get interesting, people say that they're horrible and they're like, hideous. And like,
Yeah,
what
but
are the
like
designers doing? And then when jerseys become simple, they're like boring. So what do we do?
I love unique jerseys. I mean, it's the reason I like Croatia. They always have, the red jacket thing. I loved it
Yeah.
when they had when even the away one was also the blue and light blue, I think, jacket. That was so cool. It's one
Yep.
of the few international jerseys I have. But it feels very old school 1997 FIFA when everybody is basically wearing the same design recolored, you know?
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm okay with the jersey designs actually. I mean, I like a bit of a more of a minimalist type of design as well. I
Mm.
don't
I
need
mean,
it to be over the top.
I get what you're saying, but you can be minimalist and still be unique. Even Italy, who historically traditionally have a very minimalist design, their minimalist design is still the same as everybody else now, with with the curved line on the side of the shirt. I just once I just hope everybody's jerseys have a bit of a unique twist, like
Mm.
Spain and Italy don't need to have that same curved line on the side of the body.
Oh, Italy are also Adidas, so that's your
Yeah,
answer.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So basically, all the Adidas teams look the same, and it's meh, meh. Do you have a favorite international team jersey? Not necessarily from this Euros, but historically through the years.
I've actually liked the design of the Germany jerseys.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there a particular German jersey you like?
Yeah, there was one. I can't remember whether it was a Euro jersey or a World
Mhm.
Cup jersey, but it was a green one,
I've always been partial to Holland
the
orange
orange.
jerseys.
And actually, like you, I like the Croatia one as well. Can't get past the picnic mat look. I think that's a that's
Yeah.
a that's a perennial classic.
Belgium used to have like a weird fire jersey. Very, very Japan. But again, this year I'm yeah,
Or the whole Red
very
Devils
boring.
thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I hope we've answered your question. I don't think we've answered your question, but you know what? We're not the right people to answer that question. But we've given our opinion.
Mm,
I think Nas kind of agrees that it's boring. I agree, but I have nothing against it.
mm,
So there you have it. That's our review of the Euro 2024 matches so far. Do you agree with our predictions? Do you enjoy seeing us get our previous predictions wrong?
mhm.
Um, do leave us a comment. Do leave us, a follow, a like, whatever positive stuff that you can give us. We truly appreciate it. And
Definitely.
do email us if you have any suggestions, or again, if you want to be pen pals. Remember to follow us on Instagram. Links are all in the description. So till next time, see ya.
See you, everybody. Enjoy some humble pie.